Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me when I say this. Respect is not something you ask for, it's something you command. It's not given freely, it's earned. And if you ever find yourself in a position where people treat you like you don't matter, like your voice doesn't count, or like you can be walked over, it's time to make a change. Not by begging, not by complaining, but by standing firm in who you are. Respect is not something that people hand out freely. It is something that must be earned through the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, and the way you handle situations. Many people believe that if they are kind, agreeable, or accommodating, others will automatically respect them. But the truth is, respect is not given because of politeness. It is given to those who establish themselves as individuals who demand it, not through words, but through action. The way people treat you is often a reflection of what you allow. If you let someone talk down to you, ignore you, or dismiss you, and you do nothing about it, you send a message that their behavior is acceptable. The world will test you, and the moment you let disrespect slide, you invite more of it into your life. People who command respect are not the ones who try to please everyone. They are the ones who set boundaries and hold firm to them. They make it clear through their actions that they will not tolerate being treated as less than they deserve. Earning respect starts with self-respect. If you do not respect yourself, others will pick up on it. Self-respect is about valuing yourself enough to stand up for what you believe in, to protect your time, and to demand that others treat you with the same dignity you show yourself. It means not allowing anyone to take advantage of your kindness, your skills, or your generosity. It means walking into every room with the knowledge that you belong there without needing anyone's approval. Confidence is a key factor in earning respect. Not arrogance, not cockiness, true confidence. Confidence is when you walk into a situation knowing who you are and what you stand for. It's when you speak with authority because you believe in your own words. It's when you make eye contact, stand tall, and move with a sense of purpose. People naturally respect those who exude confidence because it signals strength, capability, and self-assurance. However, confidence alone is not enough. Actions must back it up. Respect is earned by the consistency of your character. It comes from being a person of integrity, someone who keeps their word, follows through on promises, and stands firm on their principles. People respect those who do what they say they will do. If you are unreliable, inconsistent, or easily swayed, people will see that and treat you accordingly. Additionally, how you handle conflict plays a significant role in the level of respect you receive. Those who command respect do not allow themselves to be walked over, but they also do not resort to aggression or unnecessary confrontation. They address disrespect firmly and directly without emotional outbursts. They make it clear that certain behavior will not be tolerated, and they do so in a way that leaves no room for debate. Respect is not demanded with words. It is demonstrated through actions. When you carry yourself with confidence, enforce your boundaries, and live with integrity, you will never have to ask for respect. It will be given naturally. The way people treat you is a direct reflection of what you allow. If you accept disrespect, people will continue to disrespect you. If you carry yourself with confidence and establish firm boundaries, people will recognize that and treat you accordingly. Setting the standard for how you're treated is not about demanding respect with words. It's about showing through your actions that you will not tolerate anything less than what you deserve. Too often, people let things slide because they don't want to create conflict or seem difficult. They excuse bad behavior, laugh off disrespect, or remain silent when they should speak up. But every time you let something go unchecked, you send a message that it is acceptable. People will push as far as you let them. They will test your limits. And if they see that you don't stand up for yourself, they will take advantage of that. Setting the standard means being clear about what you will and will not tolerate. If someone speaks to you in a condescending tone, you correct them. If someone tries to take advantage of your kindness, you make it known that you are not to be used. If someone oversteps a boundary, you enforce it without hesitation. It is not about being rude or aggressive. It is about making it known that you have self-respect and expect others to respect you as well. Your body language, tone, and energy all play a role in how people perceive you. If you walk with confidence, make eye contact, and speak with certainty, people will take you seriously. On the other hand, if you appear unsure, hesitate when you speak, or constantly seek approval, people will sense that and may not treat you with the level of respect you deserve. How you carry yourself sets the tone for how others will engage with you. Consistency is key. You cannot enforce boundaries one day and let things slide the next. If you allow someone to disrespect you once, they will assume they can do it again. People learn how to treat you based on what you tolerate. If you show them that you have clear expectations and that there are consequences for crossing the line, they will think twice before doing it again. Part of setting the standard also means respecting yourself enough to walk away from situations that do not align with your values. If a person repeatedly disrespects you despite your clear boundaries, you have the power to remove yourself. You do not need to argue, plead, or prove your worth to anyone. The moment you stop engaging with people who refuse to respect you is the moment you truly take control of how you are treated. Respect starts with you. When you set the standard through your actions, confidence, and boundaries, people will have no choice but to follow your lead. Those who refuse to treat you properly will naturally fall away, leaving you surrounded by people who recognize and honor your worth. Confidence is one of the most powerful tools you can possess. It changes the way people see you, the way they interact with you, and ultimately the level of respect they give you. When you walk into a room with confidence, you don't have to demand respect. It's given naturally. People can sense strength and they respond to it. They recognize when someone carries themselves with assurance. And that presence alone is enough to shift the energy in any environment. Confidence is not about being the loudest person in the room or trying to prove something to others. It's about knowing your worth so deeply that you don't need external validation. It's about standing firm in your beliefs, trusting your decisions, and speaking with certainty. When you believe in yourself, others have no choice but to believe in you too. But when you hesitate, when you second guess yourself, people will pick up on that hesitation and treat you accordingly. The way you carry yourself communicates confidence before you even say a word. Your posture, your eye contact, and even the way you walk all send a message. Someone who walks with their head down, avoids eye contact, or speaks in a hesitant tone signals uncertainty. But someone who stands tall, maintains eye contact, and speaks with clarity shows that they are self-assured. This is why confidence is your shield. It protects you from disrespect because it shows people that you are not someone to be taken lightly. Confidence also affects the way you respond to challenges and negativity. When you are confident, insults and disrespect don't shake you because you know who you are. You don't feel the need to react emotionally or prove yourself to anyone. Instead, you handle situations with calmness and composure, making it clear that you are in control. People respect those who remain steady under pressure. They respect those who don't let outside opinions dictate their emotions or actions. But confidence isn't just about how you look or how you speak. It's about what you do. A truly confident person backs up their words with action. They don't just talk about their goals, they work toward them. They don't just promise things, they deliver. Confidence without action is just empty talk, and people can see through that. When you consistently show up, handle your responsibilities, and prove through your actions that you are capable and reliable, people will respect you without question. One of the biggest misconceptions about confidence is that you have to be born with it. That's not true. Confidence is built. It comes from preparation, experience, and the decision to trust yourself. The more you push past fear, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you strengthen your confidence. Every time you refuse to settle, you reinforce your self-worth. When you carry yourself with confidence, people take notice. They respect your presence, your words, and your actions. They understand that you are someone who values yourself, and in turn, they value you too. Confidence is the shield that protects you from disrespect. And once you master it, no one can take it away from you. As self-respect is the foundation of how the world treats you. If you do not respect yourself, you cannot expect others to do so. People mirror the energy you put out. And when you carry yourself with dignity and refuse to tolerate anything less than what you deserve, the way others interact with you begins to change. Self-respect is not about arrogance or thinking you are better than anyone else. It is about recognizing your own value and making sure others recognize it too. Respecting yourself starts with setting boundaries. If you allow people to take advantage of your kindness, your time, or your generosity without holding them accountable, they will continue to do so. When you constantly say yes to things that drain you or tolerate behavior that makes you uncomfortable, you are teaching people that it is okay to disregard your feelings. But when you establish firm boundaries, when you make it clear what is acceptable and what is not, people will learn to respect your space, your time, and your decisions. Self-respect also means valuing yourself enough to walk away from situations that do not serve you. It is easy to get caught up in trying to please others, to stay in relationships, friendships, or environments that diminish you just because you fear being alone. But when you respect yourself, you understand that it is better to stand alone with dignity than to remain somewhere that does not appreciate your worth. Walking away is not weakness, it is power. It sends a message that you refuse to settle for anything less than you deserve. The way you speak to yourself is just as important as how you allow others to speak to you. Many people accept disrespect from others because deep down, they do not believe they are worthy of more. If you constantly doubt yourself, criticize yourself, or see yourself as unworthy, that energy will reflect outward. People pick up on insecurity, and unfortunately, those who lack self-respect become easy targets for disrespect. But when you speak to yourself with kindness, when you recognize your strengths, when you remind yourself that you are worthy of respect, others will begin to see it too. Self-respect is also about how you present yourself. This is not just about appearance, but about the way you carry yourself, the way you move, the way you handle situations. Someone who respects themselves walks with confidence, speaks with clarity, and does not seek approval from others. They do not shrink in the presence of those who try to belittle them, and they do not allow the opinions of others to shake their self-worth. At the end of the day, the way people treat you is a direct reflection of how you treat yourself. When you respect yourself, you do not have to beg for respect from others. It comes naturally. People recognize strength, they recognize dignity, and they recognize when someone refuses to be disrespected. Respect starts from within, and once you establish it within yourself, the rest of the world will follow. Discipline and integrity are the cornerstones of respect. When you are disciplined in your actions and unwavering in your principles, people take notice. They see someone who is reliable, who stands firm in their values, and who does what they say they will do. These qualities earn respect not because they are loud or flashy, but because they are rare. In a world where many make excuses, break promises, and look for shortcuts, discipline and integrity set you apart. Discipline is about holding yourself accountable. It is easy to talk about what you want to achieve, but real respect comes when you put in the work day after day, whether anyone is watching or not. People respect those who show up consistently, who stay focused on their goals, and who do not let distractions pull them off course. When you commit to something, whether it is a personal goal, a career path, or a promise you made, following through on that commitment builds credibility. Others see that you are serious, that you are not easily swayed, and that you can be trusted to do what you say. Integrity is just as important. It means standing by your principles, even when it is difficult. It means being honest, even when dishonesty might seem easier. People may not always agree with you, but when they see that you operate with integrity, they will respect you. When you stand for something and do not waver under pressure, it shows strength. People may challenge you, they may test you, but they will recognize that you are not someone who can be manipulated or controlled. That is where true respect is built. One of the most important aspects of discipline and integrity is how you handle adversity. Anyone can appear strong when things are going well, but real character is revealed in difficult times. When challenges arise, do you stay committed or do you look for the easy way out? Do you make excuses or do you find solutions? People respect those who face adversity with determination, who do not crumble under pressure, and who remain steadfast in their beliefs. Strength in tough moments earns respect far more than any words ever could. Discipline and integrity also shape the way you interact with others. If you are someone who keeps your word, who follows through on commitments, and who treats others with fairness and honesty, people will naturally respect you. They will know that they can trust you, that you are not someone who switches sides when it is convenient, and that you stand on a solid foundation. On the other hand, if you are inconsistent, unreliable, or willing to compromise your values for personal gain, respect will be difficult to earn. Ultimately, discipline and integrity are not just about how others see you, they are about how you see yourself. When you operate with self-discipline, when you hold yourself to high standards, and when you live by your principles, respect is not something you have to chase. It follows naturally because people recognize strength, consistency, and unwavering character. The way you react to disrespect determines how much control you have over your life. Many people believe that respect is gained by reacting aggressively or proving their dominance. But true respect comes from composure and strength. When you control your reactions, you show the world that you are not easily shaken, that your emotions do not dictate your actions, and that no one has the power to pull you out of character. Disrespect is inevitable. At some point, someone will test you, talk down to you, or try to belittle you. How you respond in those moments will set the tone for how people treat you moving forward. If you react emotionally, yelling, arguing, or becoming visibly upset, you give the other person control over you. They see that they can provoke you, that they can manipulate your emotions, and that they have power over your state of mind. But when you remain calm, when you look them in the eye and refuse to be rattled, you take that power away. Staying composed does not mean allowing disrespect to go unchecked. It means addressing it in a way that maintains your dignity. A person who is in control does not need to raise their voice to make a point. They do not need to engage in unnecessary arguments to prove their worth. Instead, they handle disrespect with calculated responses. Sometimes that means addressing the situation directly with firm but calm words. Other times it means walking away because you know that engaging is not worth your energy. The ability to control your reactions is a sign of emotional intelligence. It shows that you are not impulsive, that you think before you act, and that you are aware of the bigger picture. People respect those who do not let their emotions drive their decisions. They respect those who do not waste energy on things that do not serve them. When you refuse to react to disrespect in a way that lowers your value, you show that you are operating on a different level, one where emotions do not control your actions, but rather strategy does. It is also important to remember that not all disrespect requires a response. Some people thrive on getting a reaction out of you. They want to see you lose control because it validates them. The best response in those situations is silence. When you do not acknowledge their attempt to provoke you, they are left powerless. They realize that their words or actions have no effect, and in many cases, they will stop trying. Handling disrespect with composure does not mean tolerating it. It means choosing how to respond in a way that reinforces your strength rather than diminishes it. People respect those who are in control of themselves, who do not allow others to dictate their emotions, and who stand firm in their self-worth. When you master your reactions, you master your interactions, and ultimately, you set the tone for how you will be treated in every area of life. The company you keep has a direct impact on the level of respect you receive. The people around you reflect who you are, what you stand for, and what you will tolerate. If you surround yourself with individuals who lack ambition, integrity, or self-respect, their habits and mindsets will begin to influence you whether you realize it or not. On the other hand, if you associate with strong, disciplined, and respectful individuals, you naturally adopt those same qualities, and others will recognize that in you. People judge you based on your associations. If you are always in the company of those who engage in negativity, gossip, or reckless behavior, that will become part of your identity, whether you agree with it or not. The saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," holds truth. If those 5 people lack discipline, constantly complain, and show no respect for themselves or others, it will be difficult for you to rise above that influence. But if you surround yourself with individuals who are driven, confident, and hold themselves to a high standard, you will naturally elevate to that level. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is to be intentional about who you allow into your life. You do not have to entertain people who bring nothing but drama, disrespect, or negativity.